Hello guys, welcome to Java Developers YouTube channel. And we have successfully completed the step 2. Our last topic is about comments and naming conventions. Along with that, scanner class and input and outputs with a brief examples. Today we are going to cover about step 3, that is statements in Java. Okay, statements. Basically, in Java there are four types of statements. First one is simple statements, and next one is conditional statements, and next one is jumping statements, looping statements, last one is jumping statements. Okay, today we discuss about the simple and conditional statements in Java. Okay, as a simple statements, they will take the input and they will give the output. Those statements are called as simple statements. And conditional statements, the conditional statements are used to check the condition. If the condition became true, it will execute the true block, otherwise it will execute the false block. That's all. Definition about the simple and conditional statements in Java. Open the VS Code and click on src, new package, and name it as com.statement. Then click on finish, then create a class, new class. Let's name it as simple statements and include the main method just to finish it. Okay, first inputs, simple statement is nothing but they will take the input and give the output, right? Int of a is equals to 5. This is an input statement, and whatever you are printing, that is known as output statement. This is input and this is output. If we run that, we are going to get the output as 5. Okay, and if we go for same package com.statements and create a class conditional statements, and add the main method, click on finish. Okay, basically the conditional statements like if, else if, and we will be having multiple if, and nested if, and we will be having the switch. Okay, these are the some of the conditional statements. First one is if. Conditional statements are used to check the condition. They will basically checking the condition. If the condition is true, they will go to the true statement inside block, and if the condition false, it will goes to the false block. They're used for the basic principle is for the usage of conditional statement is to check the condition. Okay, and we have the if, else, if, multiple if, nested if, then we have the switch. Okay, so let's open the VS Code. Let's we run the example of simple if, that is if int of a is equals to 5. Okay, if 10 is 2 is a is greater than 2. Okay, just write this, just print a is greater. Okay, if you run the code, a is greater. Okay, in the same case, if I take 20, what is the output we are going to get? Nothing will be getting. Okay, there is no else statement. Basically, it's a simple if statement, and here a is not greater than 20. So this is the true block. I mean, it's a true block, and we are not yet created the false block. So it will come out of this block area and the output is empty. Okay, and let's go ahead with if else. If a is greater than 5, just print a is greater, otherwise else part a is smaller. As a is holding the 5, a is greater than 2, yes, you will get the condition is became true, then it will execute the true block, and come after execution of that block, it will come out of that block line number 14. If I change the condition, that is a is greater than 20, no, first JVM comes to this position after the main method, and it will check the condition a value 5 is greater than 20, no, it will skip the this block, and it will by default it will execute this block, that is else block. Then we are getting the a is smaller. Okay, and next we have else if. Okay, then take the int of marks is 97, and if marks greater than 90, and then marks less than or equals to 100, that case we are telling that it's a grade. Okay, next else if marks greater than or equals to, okay, marks less than 90, and then marks greater than or equals to 80. Marks greater than or equals to 80, then we have to print it, which belongs to B grade, or else if marks less than 80, and then marks greater than or equals to 70, can print like C grade. Next else if marks less than 70, and then marks greater than or equals to 45, you will get D grade. Else failed. Okay, I mean by using the else if, okay, we can write the multiple blocks based on the input values, which statements will become true, that will execute. Here the marks is 97. If the marks is greater than 90 and less than or equals to 100, that will gives us A grade. Okay, if the marks is greater than or equals to 80, which is less than 90, that will give B grade. If the marks is greater than 70 but less than 80, we will get C grade. If the marks is less than 70 and greater than 45, or greater than, you can place like 35, okay, or 38. From 38 to below 70, we mark it as D grade, otherwise they are failed. If I enter 97, what is the grade we are going to get? It's A grade, because 90 to 100. If I enter 87, from 80 to less than 90, we will get B grade. Okay. And if I enter 70, from 70 to 80, it's a C grade. And from 38 to 70, 38 to 69, if I enter 39, you will get D grade. If I entered 69, you will get D grade. But if I entered 70, you will get C grade. Okay. If I entered 28, you will get fail. If I entered 4, you will get fail, because they are not matching any criteria here. By default, JVM will execute the else statement. That's all about else if. I mean, we can create the number of blocks as we required. Else if will support, okay, as if else will support only the 2 blocks, so that is true, false, but here it will support the n number of blocks based on the condition. Next we go for multiple if. Okay, if A is greater than, let's take variable int of A is equals to 20. If A is greater than 20, if A is greater than 2, then go for it. 40 is greater than 50, then you have to say that 40 is, let's take 60. If 60 is greater than 50, then 60 is greater, or else 50 is greater. If this condition true, A is greater than 20, this is this, and we have to write one else statement, that is A is smaller. Okay. I taken A value 20 and A is greater than 2, as it's true, and it will go for the inside if, and it will write the condition like 60 is greater than 50. Yes, 60 is greater than 50, so it will print 60 is greater. Yeah, let's see the output. You will get 60 is the greater. If I take here 200, what is the output? I mean, first condition is becoming false. The JVM will not execute the inner if, it will directly execute the else part. A is smaller, or else you can write n number of if conditions. Okay, 60 is greater than 50, 100 is greater than 90, print out 100 is greater than 90. What if we, let's say the output once. Okay, here first condition, A is greater than 2, yes, then 60 is greater than 50, yes, 60 is greater, Then it will go for the another inner condition, that is 100 is greater than 90. Okay, if you write another condition, that is 200 is greater than 150, 200 is greater. Okay, what is our output? 60, 100, 200. Right, these are the three outputs we are going to get. As we seen this in multiple if conditions, okay, or you can call it as nested if inside the if, right, we are going to get the output as a condition became true. Okay, here this condition became true, it will we will get in the output. Here condition became true, we are getting the output. Here condition becoming true, we are getting the output. That means as a condition becoming true, the output will be getting. Okay, that's all about. And one more thing we have missed is switch. Okay, let's go for the package, create a class like switch statement and take the main method, just finish. Okay, just take int of day is equals to 3, and I was switching to the day case 1. What you are doing, case 1 is Monday. In the same way, create the another case, that is case 2 and semicolon. Okay, let's come out of it. Case 2, let's take another thing, delete this token. Okay, sorry, only to write the blocks. Case 2, Tuesday, like that, write the up to the Sunday. Okay, I have taken a variable that is int type as a day. I have given the number as 3. I want to apply the condition for the day variable, so I have placed that in our switch keyword. Okay, after that I was writing the cases. We are writing the case based on the, you are specifying the type to the variable of the day. Then in a case 1 it's Monday, in a case 2 it's Tuesday, up to that it ends with the Sunday. Okay, as our case 3 is matching with the Wednesday, it has to get Wednesday, right? But if you run this, what is getting from Wednesday to the Sunday, it was executing. After the Wednesday, what the days has been presented, we are getting that too. Okay, if I enter 1 as a case is matching with the 1, we need to get only the Monday. But what we are getting from Monday to Sunday, total 7 days are executing. To eliminate that criteria, okay, what we are doing is that we are using the break statement, that is a jumping statements. Okay, we will learn this about break, continue in jumping statements. But remember that if this condition became true as per the user enter data, okay, then we are breaking the that statement. That means our output is now Monday. After that Monday it was breaking and coming out from the switch block. Okay, so apply the break to all the cases. Let's use the break. After this nothing is there, but better to write Okay, if the day is 5, what is our output? We are expected is Friday. Yes, we are getting Friday. But what will happen if I enter 15 here? We are not getting anything because it's going out of the switch block. So there we have to use default. Okay, default has to be used. Use the lowercase, you will get the default. Then you have to write a message that is out of range. Okay, we are writing. Okay, that means if the condition you are entering, okay, if that case is not matching with the user data, then we have to use the default keyword and write the message that is out of range. If I write 1500, what is our output? It's out of range, right? Because we have written the code up to the day 7. So how to take the input from the user? By using the scanner class. Let's take the scanner. sc is equals to new scanner system dot in. Okay, then you have to ask the user. Okay, enter the day in number format. Let's take that day in the number format. Then int of day is equals to sc dot, what is the type we are going to use? Sc dot next int. Right, if I run the code, it was asking that enter the day in the number format. I was entering 3, you are going to get Wednesday. Okay, if I rerun the code, if I entered as 7, we are going to get Sunday because as 7 is Sunday. What will happen if I enter 1500 out of range? Okay, what is the uses of this switch statement? Okay, that means if you have any doubts in this scanner class, as the previous sections I have covered this scanner class, go and check that videos. Okay, and what is the use of this switch statements? Okay, as a switch, while comparing to the if else concept, switch statement is super fast. I mean, it's faster than that, and the coding is very simple. It's not the complex code. As you see here, it's little bit complex, but here we are writing total code inside the switch block. We are placing total code, it's looking good, not complex. Okay, yeah, that's all about switch statement. And we had been covered about statements, that is simple statement and conditional statement. In conditional we have covered about if, else, if, nested, if, and switch. Okay, these are the topics we covered, and if you have any doubt, just comment me below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.